morning, Fluffville. Pippa Pom-Pom here, broadcasting from Fluffwave FM on another lovely Wishful Wednesday. Today feels like the sort of day for a quiet wish, the kind you tuck between the pages of a favorite book and carry around with you until you're ready to make it come true. And speaking of books, our first stop today is high above Fluffville at the floating library, where the clouds are drifting lazily past the windows and Quilby has another chapter waiting for us. So find somewhere comfortable, pour yourself something warm, and fluff your favorite pillow. Quilby, the airwaves are yours.
Thank you, Pippa. Welcome back, dear listeners. The floating library is particularly peaceful this morning. A few lanterns are still glowing between the shelves, and somewhere near the cafe I can smell cinnamon, vanilla, and freshly steeped tea. It seems like a perfect place to continue Uyu's journey. Our little traveler has already wandered farther than perhaps even Uyu expected, when those first tiny snail steps carried them away from home. But journeys are peculiar things. Sometimes the most important part isn't discovering somewhere new. Sometimes it's discovering something new inside yourself. So settle in close, open your imagination, and let's see where Uyu's trail leads today. Just as Uyu and Lottie floated down a row of whispering books titled Rain Songs for Snails and Gills and Giggles, an axolotl memoir, a soft thump, thump, thump came from behind a shelf made of polished driftwood. Something was coming, but not fast, not alarming, more like shuffle, shuffle, with a dash of squeaky slipper socks energy. From between two wobbling encyclopedias emerged a delightfully plump little creature, long, fuzzy, and entirely wrapped in the softest, curliest yarn. His tiny spectacles perched on the tip of his snout, and a badge on his fuzzy chest read, Sir Nibblewhisk Woolbottom III, Head of Library Nooks and Muffin Affairs. He adjusted his glasses, blinked up at Uyu and Lottie, and let out a joyful squeal that sounded exactly like a squeaky kettle. "Oh, ho, ho!" he declared. "New guests, uncatalogued, uncrumbed, untoasted." He wiggled with glee. "This calls for muffins and warm moss tea. Follow me, the cozy nook awaits." Uyu and Lottie exchanged grins and followed Sir Nibblewhisk down a spiral shell hallway lined with cozy lamps made of glowing pearls. At the end was a library cafe nook, tucked into a seashell alcove and smelling faintly of cinnamon kelp and vanilla puff. Coral cushions dotted the floor. Tiny tables were made of upturned tea saucers and coral branches. A stone teapot bubbled gently over a lava pebble warmer. Books floated lazily by, waiting for readers, and on one mossy counter sat trays of mini puff shroom muffins with moon drizzle, tiny kelp rolls wrapped in starlight string, coral berry tea that changed color depending on your mood. Lottie's turned lavender, Uyu's turned pearly rose. Sir Nibblewhisk, now wearing a little oven mitt on each fuzzy foot, set down a new tray. "You found the real treasure of Lumaqua," he said. "Not the books, the quiet." And so, in a little bubble cafe under the pond, a snail, an axolotl, and a woolly worm sipped their tea, swapped tails, and let the hush wrap around them like a bedtime song. And there we'll leave Uyu for today, just for a little while. Stories deserve room to breathe between chapters. Sometimes the thoughts that stay with us afterward are just as important as the words written on the page. Before I return this broadcast to Pippa, there's someone nearby who has been pretending not to listen while reorganizing the same shelf of books for the third time. Ahem. Sir Nibblewhisk III. I believe that's your cue.
Ahem. I was not reorganizing the same shelf. I was conducting a highly sophisticated investigation into whether the books preferred alphabetical order or organization by emotional temperament. The results remain inconclusive. Good Wishful Wednesday, Fluffville. For today's little bit of library wisdom, I'd like to remind you that you are allowed to stop reading a book you aren't enjoying. Yes, even if everyone else says it's wonderful. Books are invitations, not chores. Perhaps you're a mystery reader. Perhaps you like romance, adventures, cookbooks, poetry, history, fantasy, or stories about suspiciously handsome woolly worms who maintain exceptionally well-organized libraries. There is a book somewhere that feels like it was waiting specifically for you. Keep looking until you find it. And now, considerably more important business. Today's Wishful Wednesday specials are Cloud Cream Cinnamon Tea, warm black tea with cinnamon, vanilla cream, and a tiny cloud of steamed milk. Honey Wish Scones, soft cream scones served with whipped honey butter. Little Library Cakes, miniature brown sugar cakes decorated like tiny books. The Nibble Whisk Nibble Plate, crackers, fruit, little cheese cubes, and one completely unnecessary but delightful chocolate square. Uyu's Cinnamon Swirl Bun, a soft cinnamon bun with cream icing curled into a familiar little snail shell spiral. And today's library visitor treat is a complimentary tiny cloud cookie with any cafe drink. Please remember that crumbs and library books are mortal enemies. Tea and books, however, have maintained a remarkably successful friendship. Back to you, Pippa.
Thank you, Sir Nibblewhisk. And thank you, Quilby, for giving us another little piece of Uyu's journey to carry with us. Before we go, here's today's Wishful Wednesday thought. A wish doesn't always need to be enormous. Maybe today's wish is to finish something you've been working on. Maybe it's to begin something you've been afraid to try. Maybe it's simply to have a peaceful afternoon, drink something delicious, and find 10 quiet minutes that belong entirely to you. Tiny wishes count too. And sometimes those are the ones that quietly change our days. From all of us here at Fluffwave FM, have a soft, curious, wonderfully bookish Wishful Wednesday. Keep wishing, keep wandering, and keep a little room in your day for something magical. This is Pippa Pom-Pom, signing off from Fluffwave FM.
Turn a page and sip a while. Tea and tales will make you smile. Clouds, soft treats, and stories too. At the Floating Library Cafe, a cozy chapter waits for you. That's the day from the Fluffwave sky. Stay safe, stay snug. Pippa says bye-bye.